Alright you guys, well today I have for you this 1988 Dodge B250 conversion van. Doing an interesting video today. Take you around this van, show you what it's all about. I really love the retro styling of it, like the brown and beige colors. Keep going around the back here, it is a Safari. So Dodge Ram B250 Safari is the name of this vehicle. It's got a big steel bumper on the back. It's got that cool little ladder too to get on the roof. We'll show you guys under the hood and show you what powers this van. All right, it is a pretty tiny hood being that this is a van. It is a 5.2 liter V8. As you can see, it's set way back there. It's paired to a 4-speed automatic, so like I said, pretty old vehicle, and it makes a whopping 147 horsepower, so pretty slow for a big V8 like this. Typical of old cars. A lot of these old American cars had big V8s but small power, so this one's kind of no different. Only 147 horsepower. It did make 260 pound-feet of torque, which is a decent number, but still pretty sluggish, and we'll definitely talk about more of that when we get this thing out on the road. But for right now, we'll close up the hood here. It's like very tough metal on the outside, nothing like a new car, but we'll hop in here. So as you can see, it's got that old wood paneling. You got these really plush seats, really kind of old style seats in here. And this whole area behind here is where the engine is. So like I said, most of the engine comes in through here. Other than that, it is pretty basic in here. You do got these roll up and down windows. You also got these vent windows. You got air conditioning and heat. It doesn't work super well, but it's there when you need it. We'll start it up actually though. This is the key, just a normal, regular like house key practically. But put the key in the ignition. Engine roars to life. Got that old buzzer noise. Yeah, other than that, you know, you just got your speedometer. You don't get a tachometer in here to show your revs, just a speedometer, your fuel gauge, your temperature. You got your headlight controls with this pop-out switch. You got your wipers and turn signals on the same stalk. It's funny how Dodge literally still does this with their wiper and turn signal stalks. Push it in for washing. And it's kind of interesting, the washer fluid actually comes out of the wipers themselves. Mercedes S-Class does that too, so that's kind of funny. You got your e-brake release right here, your hood release right here. Down here you got these big pedals. You can see like your throttle linkage under there. You can see where the cable goes in towards the engine. And you got this big brake pedal. They're kind of like far apart. It's a little bit weird. It takes some getting used to. We'll try going back here. And like I said, you get a bed and everything. It's pretty cool actually. You do get a sink. There's a little water reservoir under here. But yeah, let's hop back in. And this is just like the whole dash view right here. But we'll get this thing out on the road. Talk about how it drives here. Seating position is a little bit odd too. It's not like a modern car where you can get like your exact right seating position. This, you just kind of have to like, you can adjust it, but there's also, after a certain point, you just gonna have to deal with it if it's not totally in place. But it's doable, it's fine. Once you start driving, you don't really notice it. But we're just gonna put it in drive here. It has this old column shifter. And as you can see, this automatic is pretty clunky. We're gonna set off here. Very rough ride, you know. On smooth pavement, it's okay. It's pretty floaty actually, but it does not like bumps in the road. Feels pretty unsettled going over this gravel road right here. Brakes actually work pretty well. I'm pretty surprised about that. But all right, now we're off. That 1 to 2 shift, you kind of feel it a lot. All the other shifts are pretty smooth though. It's just somewhat of it's an old automatic transmission, so it doesn't give you that really precise, like exact gear that you want kind of feel like a modern car. The shifts are pretty delayed. They don't really happen when you want them to. And you really have to kind of gun it to get up to speed. Engine makes a lot of noise, a lot of wind noise in here. It is just crazy driving this thing. Throttle response is pretty linear. You know, it's an old car, so it's a cable driven throttle. So it's not like a new car where it's all electronic. So you definitely can tell it feels pretty linear, pretty responsive. Though I will say, just because this van is so heavy and pretty slow, you really do have to like floor it at times. Like sometimes my foot is just all the way on the floor. That's just how it is in this old Dodge van. Definitely have to really step on it at times. Got that old turn signal clicking sound. But let's see, just make sure. All right, looks like we're clear. We're gonna give it some gas. All right, that's 45. All right, 50. Yeah, it's not very quick. Pretty much noticed that right away. And it's a very bouncy, very floaty kind of ride. A lot of wind noise coming in. And this steering, it just has a mind of its own. This makes that Jeep Wrangler I drove feel like a sports car. Because this steering is just really loose, really floaty. It really doesn't respond much at all. It's crazy how in new cars the steering has just gotten so responsive. This makes my Honda Accord feel like it has like a Lamborghini type of steering. I can keep up sorta. There's a Chevy Trax in front of me. It's keeping up decently. But yeah, sometimes the van just like pulls way over here at the most random times. A little scary to drive. And even just 50 miles an hour feels like 100 in this thing. I'm pretty far into the gas, and yeah, like I said, it pulls like all over the place. Really kind of have to pay attention. Very loud, like crazy loud in here. But when you want to stop, I mean, it stops pretty good. I will say that. It doesn't go very fast, and it doesn't handle at all, has no handling ability whatsoever, but it stops pretty okay. It feels like very mechanical, like you can hear every little thing the engine does. You get used to it, you know, it's very floaty, very all over the place on the road, but you do kind of get used to it after a while. And when you're stopped, everything kind of shakes in here. Hear a lot of engine. It's crazy that these were the vehicles people drove on like a regular basis. Even modern vans have gotten so comfortable and easy to drive. This is like a totally different animal compared to that. Typical of these old like 4-speed transmissions, they're pretty slow to downshift. Like this one, for example, if you're at like 40, 45, there's just like really nowhere for the transmission to go if you want to go a little bit faster. But we'll try the handling. It's not great. Steering is very imprecise around the corner. Try some more corners up ahead here. Yeah, lots of body roll. Even the wind makes the body roll a little bit, so it's definitely not a corner champion. When you're going on roads like this, it's not totally bad. It can go around the corner at fairly normal speed. What this van really doesn't like is tight turns. I notice I really have to go slow around like 90-degree turns. Oh yeah, it feels really heavy around the turn. Definitely have to drive it more cautiously. Steering just all over the place. As I said, you can probably see that on camera. slow it way down for this corner. It's kind of fun though once you get used to it. I mean, it requires some skill to drive this thing. It's definitely not a normal car where it's just so easy. Normal cars are just so easy to drive, you know. You can drive them with your pinky and it's no problem. This, it requires a lot of concentration, a lot of feeling the car out, getting used to it. So it is kind of fun in that aspect. Like you feel like you're really in with the car when you drive it. Taking this tight turn here. This Porsche Cayenne is being more cautious than I am. Step on it. Alright, tight corner right here. Like I said, van does not like these. Alright. That's about as fast as you can go. Got a green light here. Are we gonna make it? Alright. Engine is pretty smooth for such an old V8. You know, it's not powerful, but it does have like good, smooth, linear power to it. But yeah, you feel like you're driving a bus when you go around a corner like that. And not easy checking your blind spots in here because you got no windows on the side. Take it on the highway here, see if we can get this thing at 60 at least. All right, giving it some gas. See if we can get there. 45. All right, come on. 55. Come on, 55. At least this guy is giving me room. 55. All right, we got past 55. 60. All right, we're at 60. All right, and this is how it is at 60. It's about the same as it was around town. Pretty floaty, pretty noisy. Yeah. But we'll take this exit here. We'll go back the other way. Yeah, not a fast vehicle. But we'll get back on the highway here, going the other way. mashing this throttle, trying to get out to highway speeds. Nobody in my blind spot. 55, 60. See if we can get it to 65. All right, we got it to 65. There we go. Try and pass this guy. Oh, we're almost at 70. Engine is revving like crazy, but 65. Yeah, it doesn't really like to go past 65. My foot is like on the floor. It's super loud in here. I don't like slowing down because it takes a while to get back up to speed. Alright, I don't think I can pass this guy. I'm gonna get over because I need this exit. Alright, now it's quiet again. It's really not so bad though once you get used to it. Once you get used to this van, you kind of figure out how much gas you need for certain situations. You know what the steering wheel is going to do. Once you get used to it, it's actually not bad, you know? You get used to it. Like I said, visibility in here isn't the best, you know? Tiny mirrors. Frontward visibility is good, but you know, you got no windows on the sides. Everywhere else it's pretty limited. All right, you guys, well, that about sums up my video on this Dodge B250 van. What a crazy vehicle. A little scary to drive, to be honest. It has no sense of poise on the road at all. Very floaty, very clumsy handling. Steering is all over the place. It's not fast. If you see one of these on the road, be nice to it, because it literally just can't go fast. That's just the reality of a van like this, but we'll try to back it into this spot right here. All right. Okay. Well, very interesting experience driving this. It's not a driver's car, as you might expect. It's not supposed to be. This is just like a totally different era of vehicle. Modern cars all kind of feel the same, but you get in this and it's really cool. It's really different, really retro, really unique. But all right, we'll shut it off and we'll hop out. We'll give it a lock. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.